Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving deep into the world of exports. Buckle up because we are about to uncover the secrets to economic growth. And trust me, this is one roller coaster you don't want to miss. We are talking about Nigeria, a nation bursting with potential and its journey to becoming an export powerhouse. Exports are the backbone of a thriving economy. They represent a nation's ability to sell its goods and services on the global stage. A strong export sector means more jobs, more money flowing into the economy, and ultimately, a higher standard of living for everyone. In this video, we're going to dissect the challenges holding Nigeria back and explore some inspiring solutions from a country that knows a thing or two about export success: India. Nigeria, often dubbed the giant of Africa, has so much going for it: abundant natural resources, a young and vibrant population, and a strategic location. Yet, its export sector hasn't quite reached its full potential. Think about it. Nigeria is a major oil producer, but even that hasn't translated into the kind of export dominance one might expect. Why is that? We're talking about issues like infrastructure bottlenecks, policy flip-flops, and fierce competition on the global stage. Imagine this. You're a Nigerian entrepreneur brimming with ideas and ready to share your amazing products with the world. But then you hit roadblocks, literally. Poor roads, unreliable power supply, and cumbersome regulations can make exporting feel like an impossible mission. That's right, folks. We're taking a trip to India, a country that has cracked the export code in spectacular fashion. India, much like Nigeria, faced its fair share of obstacles. But through strategic planning, bold reforms, and a relentless focus on innovation, it transformed itself into a global export powerhouse. Think about it. India is now a major player in industries like software, pharmaceuticals, and even space technology. From Bollywood blockbusters to delicious samosas, Indian products and services have captured the hearts and wallets of consumers worldwide. They focused on education, skills development, and creating an environment where entrepreneurs could thrive. They also streamlined regulations, making it easier for businesses to navigate the export maze. By comparing and contrasting Nigeria's journey with India's success story, we are going to unlock valuable lessons and actionable insights. Think of it as a masterclass in economic transformation, tailored specifically for Nigeria. We'll explore how Nigeria can leverage its unique strengths, overcome its challenges, and chart a course towards becoming an export titan. Get ready to discover the power of policy reforms, infrastructure upgrades, and a sprinkle of that Nigerian entrepreneurial spirit. This is about more than just economics, folks. It's about empowering Nigeria to take its rightful place on the world stage. So, stay tuned as we dive deep into the world of exports, uncover valuable lessons, and empower Nigeria to unlock its true economic potential. Alright, folks, let's talk infrastructure. Now, when we say infrastructure, we're not just talking about fancy buildings. We are talking about the essential systems that keep an economy running smoothly, like roads, ports, power supply, the backbone of a nation's productivity. Imagine this. You're a Nigerian entrepreneur, all set to ship your amazing products to eager customers across the globe. You've got your paperwork in order. Your goods are packed and ready. But then, bam, you hit a roadblock, literally. Potholes the size of craters, traffic jams that stretch for miles. It's enough to make even the most patient entrepreneur pull their hair out. Unreliable power supply is another major headache. Compare that to India. They've invested heavily in building world-class ports, modernizing their transportation networks, and ensuring a more reliable power grid. Next stop on our export adventure, government policies. Now, policies are like the rules of the game. When done right, they can create a level playing field and encourage businesses to grow and thrive. But when they are constantly changing, inconsistent, or just plain confusing, it's like trying to play a game where the rules keep changing mid-play. Not exactly fair, is it? Unfortunately, that's often the case for Nigerian businesses. Just when they think they figured out the export process, a new policy pops up, throwing a wrench in their plans. Now, let's look at India again. They realized that to boost exports, they needed to create a stable and predictable policy environment. They streamlined regulations, simplified the export process, and introduced incentives to encourage businesses to venture into the global marketplace. Alright folks, time for some real talk. The global marketplace is a competitive arena, like a gladiator arena, but instead of swords and shields, it's all about quality, price, and innovation. And let's be honest, Nigeria's got some fierce competition out there. We're talking about countries like China, India, and even some closer to home, who are constantly upping their game, producing high-quality goods at competitive prices. Competing on price alone is a tough game, especially when you're up against manufacturing giants like China. Nigeria needs to focus on its unique strengths, like its rich agricultural sector, its vibrant creative industries, and its entrepreneurial spirit. Section 4. The oil paradox. Let's talk about oil, shall we? Nigeria, as we know, is a major oil producer. A blessing and a curse, some might say. Relying too heavily on one export, even if it's as valuable as oil, can make an economy vulnerable to price fluctuations and global market shifts. Imagine building a house on a single pillar. It might stand tall for a while, but any tremors or instability could bring it crashing down. India, on the other hand, understood the importance of diversification. They focused on developing a diverse range of industries, from textiles and software to pharmaceuticals and tourism. Section 5. Time to trade smart. So, we've talked about the challenges, the infrastructure hiccups, the policy roller coasters, and the fierce global competition. But hey, don't despair. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. It's time for Nigeria to trade smart, to learn from the best, and to unleash its true economic potential. And that's where our next act comes in. We're diving deep into India's export success story, uncovering the strategies, the reforms, and the innovations that propelled them to the top. Get ready to be inspired, folks, because we're about to unlock valuable lessons and actionable insights that can help Nigeria transform its export sector and claim its rightful place as a global economic powerhouse. Section 1. India's export magic, from outsourcing to innovation. Alright folks, get ready for a trip to India. We're diving deep into their export success story, and trust me, it's a blockbuster. Remember those days when Made in India was associated with, well, let's just say, not so high-tech stuff? Well, hold on to your hats, because India flipped the script. And how? They started by embracing what they did best: providing services, call centers, software development, back office operations, you name it. India became the go-to destination. They used their outsourcing success as a springboard, investing heavily in education, research, and development. They nurtured a generation of tech-savvy entrepreneurs who dared to dream big and build global companies right from their backyard. Section 2. Riding the software wave, how India became an IT powerhouse. Now let's talk tech. India rode the software wave like a pro surfer, transforming itself into a global IT powerhouse. Remember the Y2K bug? Yeah, that little glitch that had everyone freaking out about computers crashing at the turn of the millennium. Well, India swooped in like a tech superhero, providing the coding expertise to save the day. That's when the world woke up to India's software prowess. Companies like Infosys, Wipro, and Tata Consultancy Services became global giants, competing head-to-head with the best in the business. India realized that to truly dominate the tech space, they needed to innovate. They invested in research and development, creating cutting-edge software products and services that captured the global market. Section 3. Beyond Code, India's manufacturing miracle. Now, some might think India's export success was all about software, but hold on. India also pulled off a manufacturing miracle, proving they could compete in the global marketplace for physical goods too. They focused on industries where they had a competitive edge: textiles, pharmaceuticals, automotive components, you name it. They invested in modernizing their factories, adopting new technologies, and improving the quality of their products. India leveraged its massive workforce and lower labor costs to become a manufacturing powerhouse, churning out products at competitive prices. Section 4. Spice up your exports. The power of brand India. Now let's talk branding, folks, because India realized that to truly conquer the global market, they needed to create a brand that resonated with consumers worldwide. They tapped into their rich cultural heritage, their vibrant colors, their spicy flavors, and created a brand that screamed India. Think about it. Bollywood movies, yoga retreats, delicious curries, and aromatic spices. India became synonymous with a unique and exotic experience, and the world couldn't get enough. It was like they bottled up the essence of India and shared it with the world, creating a brand that was both aspirational and accessible. This branding magic wasn't just about tourism, it spilled over into other sectors as well. Alright folks, time to talk policy. Because behind every export success story is a set of smart policies that paved the way for growth. And India played the policy game like a grandmaster, making strategic moves to boost their exports and conquer the global market. They started by simplifying their export procedures, cutting through the red tape and bureaucracy that often strangles businesses. They introduced tax breaks, export subsidies, and other incentives to make exporting more profitable and attractive. But it wasn't just about carrots. There were some sticks involved too. India imposed anti-dumping duties to protect their domestic industries from unfair competition. India's policy power play proved that with the right mix of incentives, safeguards, and strategic thinking, a nation could transform itself into an export powerhouse. And that, my friends, is a lesson that Nigeria can definitely learn from. Alright folks, time for a head-to-head. We've explored Nigeria's export puzzle and witnessed India's export magic. Now let's put these two giants side by side. First off, let's talk similarities. Both Nigeria and India are bursting with potential. Huge populations, youthful demographics, and a hunger for growth. From Nollywood to Bollywood, both nations are creative powerhouses. Now, let's talk resources, specifically that black gold, oil. Both Nigeria and India have experience with this double-edged sword. For Nigeria, it's been a blessing and a curse. Oil brought revenue, but also created an over-reliance, making the economy vulnerable. India had its own tryst with resource dependency. They learned diversification is key. Nigeria needs to diversify and unleash its diverse potential. Section 3. Policy plays and missteps. Learning from experience. Policies can make or break a nation's export ambitions. Confusing regulations and lack of clear direction are policy missteps. India learned from mistakes, streamlined regulations, and created a business-friendly environment. To compete globally, they empowered businesses, not bog them down with red tape. Nigeria needs to simplify procedures and create a clear policy environment. Nigeria is open for business and ready to compete. Section 4. Infrastructure face-off. Bridging the gap. Alright folks, time to talk infrastructure. We're talking roads, ports, power supply, the backbone of a thriving economy. Nigeria has some catching up to do. These gaps are speed bumps on Nigeria's road to export success. India, with its massive investments, connects to global markets with ease. Nigeria needs to invest heavily in upgrading its infrastructure. Fixing roads, ensuring power, and streamlining logistics are crucial. Robust infrastructure is the foundation of a thriving export sector. Unleashing Nigeria's entrepreneurial spirit. The most important ingredient in this export recipe, the people. Nigeria and India have young, vibrant populations eager to achieve their dreams. This entrepreneurial spirit is a powerful force waiting to be unleashed. India invested heavily in its people. They focused on education, skills development, and creating a thriving environment. Nigeria needs to invest in its human capital and nurture its entrepreneurial ecosystem. By investing in their potential, Nigeria can unlock a wave of innovation and export success. Alright, folks, it's time for action. We've dissected the challenges and explored solutions. Think of this as Nigeria's game plan to boost exports and growth. First, policy consistency. Ditch the roller coaster for a smooth journey. Create a stable policy environment. Next, slash that red tape. Simplify regulations to boost exports. Clear hurdles for Nigerian businesses to sprint towards success. Next up on our action plan, a massive infrastructure overhaul. Remember those bumpy roads, those power outages, those logistical nightmares? Yeah, time to kiss those goodbye. Investing in modern infrastructure is not optional, it's essential. We're talking world-class roads, railways, and ports to transport goods efficiently. We're talking a reliable power grid to keep those factories humming. We're talking a streamlined logistics zone to get those products from factory to consumer without a hitch. Think of it this way. Imagine trying to run a marathon on a muddy, obstacle-filled track. Not exactly a recipe for success, right? That's what poor infrastructure does to an economy. It slows everything down, increases costs, and makes it harder to compete. Nigeria needs to invest in its infrastructure like its future depends on it, because it does. A robust infrastructure is the backbone of a thriving economy, the foundation upon which a strong export sector is built. Alright folks, time to talk about the most valuable asset, people. Nigeria's young, vibrant population is its greatest strength, but it needs the right tools to succeed. That's where education comes in. We're not just talking about textbooks and classrooms, although those are important too. We're talking about equipping people with the skills they need to thrive in the 21st century economy. Think coding, digital marketing, engineering, entrepreneurship, the skills that will power Nigeria's future. Imagine building a high-tech factory, but not having skilled engineers to operate it. That's what a nation without a skilled workforce is like. It's about bridging the skills gap, equipping people with the knowledge and expertise to compete in the global marketplace. Nigeria needs an education revolution, a shift towards skills-based learning, innovation, and entrepreneurship. It's about empowering the next generation of Nigerian leaders, creators, and innovators to take the world by storm. Last but not least, let's talk branding. Nigeria needs to showcase its unique strengths, its vibrant culture, and its entrepreneurial spirit to the world. It's time to create a brand Nigeria that resonates with consumers globally. Think about it. Nollywood, Afrobeats, those colorful Ankara fabrics, the delicious jollof rice. These are all elements of Nigeria's unique identity. It's about packaging these assets, showcasing the nation's creativity, its warmth, its entrepreneurial spirit, and its incredible potential. Imagine having an amazing product, but hiding it in a plain brown box. Not exactly eye-catching, right? That's what it's like to have incredible potential, but not showcase it to the world. Nigeria needs to step into the global spotlight, tell its story, and captivate the world with its unique charm. It's time for brand Nigeria to take center stage, showcasing the nation's rich culture, its innovative spirit, and its incredible potential to the world. Remember, folks, a strong brand can open doors, create trust, and propel Nigerian products and services to global success. And there you have it, folks. Nigeria's export potential, a giant awakens. Nigeria's export journey is inspired by India's playbook. We've seen the challenges and the incredible potential within this giant. Nigeria needs to tap into that energy. A strong export sector means more jobs and a brighter future. Imagine made in Nigeria as a symbol of quality and innovation. It's about empowerment and global leadership, showcasing talents and reaping rewards. Lessons learned, action taken. Time to shine. Remember those valuable lessons we gleaned from India's export success story. From policy reforms and infrastructure overhauls to investing in education and building a strong national brand. These are the building blocks of a thriving export sector. It's time for Nigeria to take those lessons to heart, to learn from the best, and chart its own course to success. Think back to those inspiring stories of Indian entrepreneurs who dared to dream big, who turned challenges into opportunities, and who put Made in India on the global map. That same spirit of innovation, that same drive to succeed, that same belief in their own potential, that's what will propel Nigeria forward. It's time to move beyond talk and take action. It's time to implement those policy reforms, to invest in that much needed infrastructure, to empower those talented entrepreneurs, and to showcase the vibrant brand Nigeria to the world. The time for excuses is over. The time for action is now. The future is bright. Nigeria on the global stage. Imagine a future where Nigerian products are sought after worldwide, where Nigerian businesses are competing with the best, and where Made in Nigeria is a symbol of quality, innovation, and excellence. That future is within reach, but it requires a collective effort, a shared vision, and an unwavering belief in Nigeria's potential. It won't be easy, of course. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But remember, the greatest victories are often born from the toughest battles. It's about staying focused on the goal, learning from mistakes, and never giving up on the dream of a prosperous and globally competitive Nigeria. The world is watching, folks. They're watching to see if Nigeria will rise to the occasion, if it will embrace its potential, and if it will claim its rightful place as a global leader. Let's show them what we're made of. Let's show them that the giant of Africa is awake and ready to take on the world. Stay tuned, stay inspired, join the journey. And that brings us to the end of our export adventure. But it's just the beginning of Nigeria's journey towards economic greatness. Remember, knowledge is power, and we've just armed you with valuable insights, inspiring stories, and a roadmap to success. Now it's your turn. Share this video with your friends, family, and fellow Nigerians. Let's spark a conversation, ignite a passion for change, and create a movement that will propel Nigeria to new heights. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more eye-opening content, and join us on this incredible journey as we explore the world of finance, wealth creation, and economic empowerment, right here in Africa. Until next time, stay informed, stay inspired, and most importantly, stay engaged. Together, let's build a brighter future for Nigeria.